What's up, everybody? Thank you so much for listening to Your Ex-Drinking Buddy. My name is Brennan Tassif. I'll be your host. Subscribe, rate, and review wherever you get your podcast. Check out the merch store at brennantcomedy.com/merch-store. And make sure you subscribe on YouTube as well. We'll put the shorts up there, the full video, the whole thing. Thank you so much for listening. I love it. I hope you love it. Subscribe on Patreon, too. We do bonus episodes. I do Tales from the Restaurant, where I talk about celebrities I've waited on and whether they're assholes or not, which is super fun. Also, we do a pre-show banter for my other show, Cheers from the Press Box with Joe Dorville. A lot of behind-the-scenes stuff going on over there, too. Make sure you just subscribe everywhere, just all over the place. I greatly appreciate it. And if you're not leaving the mean comments, thank you for that. Maybe leave a couple nice ones.
Grab me your beer and grab him a coke. We bout to sit for an hour, bullshit and tell jokes. And please don't mix it up, cause he done sobered up. Brennan T Comedy on your social media feeds. And Brennan Tassif is your ex-drinking buddy. Brennan Tassif is your ex-drinking buddy. Brennan Tassif is your ex-drinking buddy. Brennan Tassif is your ex-drinking buddy.
What's up, everybody? Welcome into another edition of Brennan Tassif is Your Ex-Drinking Buddy. I'm your host, Brennan Tassif. If you're new to the program, quick rundown of the show. I used to be everyone's favorite drinking buddy. It was my favorite thing to do, hang out with friends, get drunk, do drugs, get in all sorts of trouble, and then reminisce about those crazy stories. I am sober now, but it's still one of my favorite things to do, hang out with somebody and reminisce about the crazy old days. Most weeks I'll be joined by a guest. This week is no exception. All the way from New York City, Tristan Bowling.
What's up? God, that is so much energy, dude.
I know, I get that a lot.
I don't know what to do. I'm like, ah.
What's up, dude?
Nothing much, man. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming on. We've been talking about this for a little while. I've been wanting to have you on. We became friends running into each other at the stand.
Yeah, the good old stand.
The good old stand.
Yeah, fuck yeah, man. I'm glad to be here.
Before we get too far into anything, we were talking about this before the mics went live. Your podcast, plug everything up front. Social media, the whole deal.
Yeah, I have my own podcast called The Final Stop. You can listen to that on all streaming platforms, all that jazz. And Tristan is a comedian on Instagram. I perform at the stand like every weekend on the patio.
Yeah.
So if you want to come sit on the sidewalk and be a part of the comedy, dude.
Those shows are so crazy.
Sometimes they can be really, really fun.
Yeah.
And like other times there's just like a homeless person who's like cheerleading the entire time. And you're just
Yeah.
like, no one look at them.
It's
bad.
Because I moved to New York 3 years ago when they started doing those shows, and there's some that I go there and I watch, and I'm like, man, the energy out here is like electric. It's so fun. People are walking by like, yeah, and like having a good time. And then there's other times where like you said, like crazy unhoused people will be like heckling the comic.
Oh,
and
yeah.
you're like, what is happening?
I know. It gets a little fucking nuts.
And it just seems like it's because it's outside.
Yeah, you're in their domain.
Yeah.
Like that's their house. Like every other part of the day. But apparently for an hour and a half to 2 hours on Fridays and Saturdays.
It's us, yeah.
It's a working fucking comedy environment.
It's like when people there's a comic who had a bit about it, but like when someone gets bit by a shark, it's like, yeah, you went into their home. Like that's their house.
That's
like
their
you were
house,
in the
dude.
ocean. You didn't get bit in your fucking bathroom.
Yeah, that would suck ass.
Yeah, if you just opened your shower curtain and a fucking shark was there.
There's a homeless guy.
Oh,
yeah.
Tomato.
Yeah.
Dude, let's talk about it. So whenever I have my guests on, because I have a lot of different artists on, mainly comics, but I've had musicians, actors, all that kind of stuff. With stand-up, because it is such a niche thing, I always like to ask my guests how they even got started with it. So are you originally from New York?
No, I'm from, I moved here like almost 2 years ago.
Okay.
I'm originally from Phoenix, Arizona.
Okay.
Yeah.
Phoenix is like an hour and a half from Wittenberg.
Yeah, me and
Wickenburg,
Peter.
excuse me.
Yeah, me and Peter were like the only like kind of young kids in stand-up. Like I started when I was 16. And he started when he was like, I think 17 or 18.
Yeah, he went at 17, but then the owner told him you have to be 18 to come into the club. So then he left and then came back at 18.
Oh, okay. But I had
because we just had him on a couple weeks ago, so we were talking about it.
Yeah, Peter's the man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been my homie. So he's been really helping me out since I moved to from Phoenix to here. Like, 'cause I was like, I would be so fucked if I did not have Peter.
It's so weird to do the thing where you move, because like when I moved to New York, I had been in and out of comedy for almost 10 years at that point.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I've got like good enough. Like I'm good enough to leave Jacksonville and go to New York, but I didn't really know a ton of people. And then my saving grace was I got here and I was like a friendly acquaintance with some people I didn't even know were in New York.
Yeah.
Like I ran into Dan Lamort. I did a show with him in Florida. Didn't realize he was from New Jersey. Like never put two and two together.
Oh, okay.
And then he was like, "Hey, we were on," or I think I was like, "Hey, we were on that show together." And then we just kind of became friends. And he introduced me to a lot more people.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Thank God!" Like if I came up here sight unseen, not knowing anybody,
I know that
I'd be
was
so fucked.
that was my fucking issue. So like I got here and I'm like I only know Peter.
Yeah.
And it was so funny. So when I moved to New York, I was sober. I had like
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was like no drinking, like really like professional.
Yeah.
Like no matter because I used to have like a little drinking problem in Arizona, and where I would go like a little crazy on the White Claws, and I'd have like 7 a day, the tall
Yeah,
boys.
yeah.
And
Was it? But are you joking, or was it really just like White Claws, just throughout the day, just
the
drinking?
White Claws all throughout the day. On the weekends, I
Wow.
would. On the weekends,
You're gonna
I
see
would-
me writing it just so I don't have to go back and listen to.
No,
write
you're
the
good.
notes.
You're good. No, but
A lot of times my guests will stare at the notepad and be like, I'm not.
what the
comfortable-
fuck is going on here, dude?
What does
Are
16
you
stand
feds?
me?
Are you feds?
No, I'm not feds.
No.
So you liked White Claw?
Yeah, I was a big seltzer person. Like now,
Because you're a lot younger than me. You're in your 20s still.
yeah, I'm 26.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
So you're about a decade after me. So like the seltzer thing was just starting to peak when I was like in the middle of my college career. So this
Yeah.
would have been just as you started. When did you start drinking? Like did you have your first drink?
Oh, I mean, like we've always kind of had like beer around the house. I think the first time I ever got drunk, I was like 18 or 19. Like
Okay, so
that.
it was a little bit later.
Yeah, and I remember like I was like I got like hammered.
So you got into stand up before you drank.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, like my dad would always give me sips of his beer and stuff
Yeah,
like that,
but-
and I'd be like, bleh. But then I started liking it, and then I'm like getting tall boys,
Are
bring them
you
home.
still in high school? Or are you when you at this 18, 19 range? I'm assuming you're out of high school at this point.
Yeah, I'm out of high school.
Still living at home.
Yeah. I didn't move out until like I was like 20.
6.
No, like 23, 24.
You're like I've been in New York for 2 years, just commuting on a plane back and forth.
No, that would suck, dude.
Dude.
If I mean, it'd be.
I
kinda
saw a
tight.
news story. There's some tech guy who like works in San Diego or San Francisco, the tech.
Yeah.
But it's so expensive to live there that it's actually cheaper for him to fly in on Monday and stay like in a shitty extended stay hotel and then fly out on Thursday and then work from home Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then fly back Monday.
That's
Because he
gotta
lives in
be-
like Ohio, so it like costs him nothing to live there.
Oh yeah, he's like fucking flying out of a bumpkin ass.
Yeah, but it's still like
Airport and
dude,
shit.
that's like could you
It's
imagine?
so weird. It's got to be nice though on the weekends when you're just like, fuck off.
Yeah, I'm
like,
out. Oh,
See you
I'm-
guys just like sitting there, just go out and just scream in the middle of your land.
Yeah, go back to your 5-bedroom, 10-acre lot that it's like half the price.
Yeah, and just be like, I'm gonna go kill anything that's on my
I'm
property.
just gonna go kill anything that moves.
Yeah.
I wanted to get back. So you got into stand up at 16.
Yeah.
And we talked about kind of drinking. We're gonna get back into the drinking because that's the whole premise of the show.
Yeah.
But what was the catalyst to get you to start stand up? Because that's a young age to like show up to a club and be like, hey, I want to do this.
I did. I tried doing theater.
Okay.
And like I really liked musicals and
Was
stuff
this in
like
high
that.
school?
Yeah, in high
Okay.
school. But they didn't do musicals at my high school, so I just tried to
It's
do.
gay.
And I love it. It is kind of gay. But we would do plays, and I tried to be in plays. I liked being on stage.
Yeah.
But I had such a hard time remembering lines and shit
Oh,
like
really?
that.
Okay, yeah.
And like I just could not like put it down
Yeah.
at all. So I was just like I went to do tech theater, and then like I would always go to like
What is that?
making sets
Oh,
and
okay,
stuff
set
like
design,
that.
that kinda-
like
okay.
hammering wood.
When you said tech theater, I thought that was like some sort of like
Yeah,
We're just-
Bitcoin
we do-
theater.
Yeah, we do a lot of Star Wars.
Yeah.
It's Star Trek a lot of times.
Yeah,
it's
this-
all tech stuff.
Yeah, it's Ethereum.
Yeah,
it's a musical based on Ethereum.
you went the smarter way. I was
Yeah.
like, sci-fi, right,
Yeah,
guys?
it's fucking nerds. Yeah, no, but I.
Oh God, I forgot what shirt I was wearing.
Yeah, for real.
I just literally
You're
as I was saying that, I
gentrified,
was
dude.
like,
Respect my culture. My
Sorry.
culture is not a costume.
sorry,
okay,
I'm sorry.
dude.
I'm sorry.
I'm
Oh,
wearing
man.
an Intel shirt
I'm
like
all
a
about
man.
it. You see the fucking? I'm all about it.
Yeah.
The calendar, it's the Star Wars villains, baby.
Oh, that's Grievous.
Yeah, General Grievous.
Fuck yeah,
And
dude.
then I got a little one over there that says, "We'd be honored if you joined us." It's Vader.
Oh, that's pretty cool. You
Yeah.
a Star Wars guy?
A huge Star Wars guy.
That's
I
nice.
fucking love it.
Did you watch The Acolyte?
No, not yet. I was talking to Joe actually.
Oh, really?
Friend of the show over at the stand about it, And he told me, he was like, watch it, because I'm obsessed with the universe. So he was like, watch it, but...
It's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's bad. I saw clips on Twitter, and I'm like, oof.
Did you watch it?
I did not.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
Are you a big Star Wars fan?
I do. I love Star Wars.
Yeah.
I think it's like one of those things where every time I'm like, yeah, I like Star Wars, but then I'll go to like Disneyland and go to like the Star Wars place, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, Galaxy's Edge?
Yeah, I'm like,
who are you talking to right
it's
now?
real. It's all real.
Oh, I'm obsessed with it. I remember, because I'm from Florida, and I've only been in New York for a couple of years. So I remember when they hadn't finished Galaxy's Edge yet, but they were like, they had already bought the Star Wars property, like the rights.
Yeah.
So they had like, just like Kylo Ren walking around and stuff. And I remember going there being like, this is it, man.
This
We're
is
doing
it. We're doing it. We're coming back. We're going to go back.
I've seen Revenge of the Sith so many times, and I still cry at that fucking scene on Mustafar where he's
Yeah.
like, I loved you.
I loved you.
You were my brother.
I think I watched that like 7 times in theaters.
Oh, I
like,
love that. That one's. Everyone says Empire Strikes Back. I have Revenge of the Sith as the top one only because of the story.
yeah.
Like, it's like 2/3. This is a Star Wars podcast now. It's 2/3 of the way through the movie, and when Anakin goes to talk to Mace Windu, played by Samuel L. Jackson, he's like, I know that the Chancellor is the Emperor. Like, I know everything that's. And you're like, oh, he's still gonna be good.
Yeah.
Like the movie's almost over, and you're like, there's still hope that he's gonna. Even though all of us know who he turns into.
Yeah.
But we're like, there's still hope. Like he's ratting out Chancellor Palpatine to Mace Windu, and you're like, we got it. We're right there.
Yeah.
And then fucking he sees Padme on that ship, and he was like, you turned her against me.
Dude, so crazy.
Oh man.
I want Hayden Christensen to come back. It was crazy when he did in
Ahsoka?
Yeah.
Oh man, I was hyped for that.
Yeah.
And in Obi-Wan. What'd
Yeah.
you think about Obi-Wan?
I really liked it.
Me too. Everyone was
really-
like, it was garbage. I was
No,
like, it
I
was
really
so
liked
good.
it. I'm like, he's got his, and they did Force Ghost at the
Dude,
end. I'm like,
yeah.
hey, what's up?
This is kind of nerdy, but that's how I greet my tables at the restaurant for the most part.
Oh, really?
When I walk up, I go, hello there.
Hey, hello there. It's so dumb, dude. That's so gay.
I know.
That's the gayest shit in the
It's
world.
so gay.
You should start drinking again. It's terrible.
So how did you, at 16, how did you even find comedy? Like stand-up itself? Like from YouTube or
It was
Shorts
like-
or Instagram or...
It was during like the comedy boom. Like I was
Okay.
really into like Patton Oswalt,
Oh,
Brian,
wow, okay,
like
yeah.
Brian Posehn,
Yeah.
and like Gary Goldman, the Sklar brothers.
Gary
So
Goldman,
like
yeah.
it was all kind of like the like kind of more talking out, explaining stuff,
Yeah.
kind of comedy, not just being like pussy, huh?
Huh,
Like
yeah,
So
that's-
I was really into that. And then I was just like, I wanted to go. I told my dad, I'm like, I want to try doing stand up. Like it was at a wrap up party for one of the plays.
Yeah.
And I just was just telling like stories by the fire, and I was making everyone laugh. And they're like, you should try doing stand up.
Oh,
like,
really?
For real?
See, this is interesting because of the age difference. People of your generation know that that's a feasible thing. Like when
Yeah.
I was a kid, like no one was like, you should try like my parents put me into theater because they're like, he has too much energy, he's too rambunctious. But stand up was never even thought about.
Yeah, it was. The thing is, it was just kind of on the cusp of being like a big thing. Like Joe Rogan podcast was getting bigger. Like the
Yeah.
LA comedy boom was starting to happen.
Yeah.
Like everyone was like, "Yo, have you seen Chris D'Elia? He's awesome," and stuff like that.
That didn't age
He's
well.
never done anything bad. Yeah, no.
And now we found out he's a predator.
Yeah, this is a true thing. My girlfriend right now, she was like a sophomore in high school, and like all of her, because he did put out Instagram stuff, and at the like lunch table, one of her friends is like, I'm messaging Chris D'Elia. And she's like, really? And it's like, yeah. They're like, that's so cool. And
Oh
like,
my God.
and looking back on it now, they're just like, ugh.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, and that's awesome. The fact that it was available because like Christina and Tom started doing Your Mom's House in like 2012. So that would have
Yeah.
been around the time that we're talking about 10, 12 years ago. Where
Yeah.
you were like seeing this stuff and it was like becoming a thing.
Yeah.
Because I was already in college. Like I had found stand up when I was 12. The listeners know this, but like I was watching Comedy Central Presents because that was the thing.
Yeah.
And so, but I was like in college, like 3 years into college before I was like, oh, and like listening to podcasts and then like them talking about going to open mics, like Matt Fulcheron and Tom Segura talking about when they first started in LA and going to
Yeah.
open. So that's what really opened up the door for me. And I'm sure for people in like younger than me, like in your generation, where
Yeah.
you're listening to podcasts and you're like, oh, you just go to open mics.
Also, Bo Burnham.
Oh yeah,
Bo Burnham, because he started doing it really young, and I like kind of give a perspective of just being like, oh, you can be young and successful at comedy.
he was just putting stuff on YouTube.
Yeah, he was just putting stuff on YouTube, but he would go do live performances. He went and did JFL and like brought his dad.
When he was like 17.
Yeah, I had to bring my dad to all my shows when I first started going.
And was that the thing?
Yeah, it was. I mean, my dad. I think.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah,
so.
thank God he's like a tight dude.
He's down
like,
to ride.
Yeah, my dad fucking rules. And like when I told him I wanted to start doing stand up, I was like 15, and I'm like, I want to try going on stage. He's like, well, you have to put together 5 minutes, and then
So he was.
Yeah, he was like, if you want to do
That's awesome.
this,
Huge shout out, man.
yeah. He was like, if you really want to do this, then you got to do it right.
Papa Bowling.
I know.
What's going on?
And so I put together like a 5-minute set, and then I went to the open mic for the first time.
Did you try it in front of him first?
Oh, yeah, we would walk around like the little shitty man-made lake that they had in Arizona. It was just like stagnant fucking dead fish in it and shit. And we would just talk about like what like jokes we would do.
Just
and what
riffing on jokes?
Yeah, what I would talk about and like trying to make my dad laugh. And I'm like, all right, if I can make my dad laugh, then I could probably make other adults laugh.
Dude, that's awesome. That's inspiring. Like, that's heartfelt, and that's awesome.
It was super chill. I mean, for like the first 2 years, like honestly, like until like for some shows up until I was 21, like 4 years into stand up.
Yeah.
Like I was like having to have them come with me. Like luckily back when I was like 2019, like I'd been doing it for so long in the scene that people
Everyone
were like,
kinda knew you.
yeah, that's Tristan.
Yeah.
But I did start doing a thing when I was 20. I was a little stinker. I was like 20, and I started doing. I would go up and do spots at bar shows,
Yeah.
and it'd be like competition bar shows where like you'd get a payout, and I'm like, guys, I just turned 21 this weekend, and I'm like, I've been 20 for 2 weeks. And I'm like, give it up for me. I just turned 21. I'm like, or just buy me a shot. I'm poor.
Yeah.
And then people would buy me shots, and they're like, you look good for 21. I'm like, thanks, man. I'm like, I'm 20.
Damn. So you
Yeah.
were using your bits to get booze.
Yeah, I was a little stinky pie, dude. I remember I went to like this. I went to like this bar that I usually used to go do stand up, and it was to the point where I would just go in, I would just order a drink. I'd be like, "Yo, man, can I get this?" And be like, "Yeah, Tristan, what's up?"
Yeah.
And then I went in there, and it was like my birthday party, and I walked in, and they're like, everyone's like, "Oh, it's Tristan's birthday," and I'm like, "Shut up."
Yeah.
And they're like, "How old you turn?" And he's like, 21.
24?
And he's like 21. He just looked at me and he's like, "You're a good tipper, man." And I'm like, "Thanks." My mom raised me right. My mom was a bartender. So
Oh, really?
like,
So you knew?
yeah.
This is something, because I've worked in restaurants since I was 15. I started as like a busboy. And this is something I used to tell my friends all the time, was that if you move to a new, I mean, obviously I'm 36 now, so it doesn't matter. But when I
Yeah.
was like, when I first moved to Boca, when I went to FAU to go to college,
Yeah.
we found a Chili's. And I'm 18 at this point. And
Yeah.
we go into the Chili's, and I remember I used to tell everyone this. If you're not 21, go somewhere to like a restaurant near like a local hang, not a bar, but like a restaurant bar situation.
Yeah, like an Applebee's.
Yeah. Order food and don't order anything to drink, and tip an absurd amount, like 50%, 100%, like tip a lot.
Yeah.
And then the next time you come back, try to get the same server, be like, "Oh, is so-and-so working today? We had a great rapport."
Yeah.
And I guarantee you they will not card you.
Oh, really?
As someone who is a server and has worked in the service industry for over almost 20 years,
Yeah.
over 20 years now, they because like you don't think like when someone hooks you up with the tip, you just remember like, "Oh, I really like this person."
Yeah.
And then if they order a drink in your head, you're like, "I'm sure I carded them last time." Like,
Dude, I used to. This is when I worked at this place called Chiba Hut in Phoenix.
Yeah.
I had my buddy Bill Laskowski is a comedian in Arizona.
shout out Bill Laskowski.
Yeah, he lived right down the street, and I'd bring my penny board to work. And during like we would get a lunch sandwich, and I would text him. I'm like, "What do you want?" And then he'd get him like a monster of a sandwich.
Oh, yeah.
And like it was all like it was like kind of like Subway, but like it was weed themed Subway. So like I would get him like it was called like White Widow and stuff like that. It was
Yeah.
like a turkey bacon ranch, and like I'd fucking
love
do
it.
it up
Love
all
it.
good. I would give it to him, and he'd just be like, I would basically in 30 minutes try to drink as many of his Pabst Blue Ribbon and smoke as much weed as possible, and that was my payment for his lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're just bartering.
Yeah, it was a really good system. I loved it.
Dude,
and then it
that's
made the rest of
awesome.
the day fly by.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was just sitting there making sandwiches like Buzz, just being like, "Hoo, doot, 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 doot."
I used to tell people that all the time when I'd go into work kind of drunk as a server. You're having a great time. Because people are like, oh, we're celebrating a birthday. We're like, birthday, here we go. We're doing
Dude,
shots. What are we doing?
I am so close. The amount of time I work right now at like a big like corporate office right next to Bryant Park.
Okay.
And on my work break, I just go walk around Bryant Park, and there is a bar in Bryant Park. And every
I know
time,
that bar, yeah.
yeah, I've been sitting there just being like,
Not because I've been there. I go through Bryant Park to get to the back when we had the studio over there.
oh, okay, but sure.
That would sound really. Yeah, I have a sobriety podcast. Yeah, I know that bar.
I know that boy. Tell Cynthia I said hey. Yeah. Yeah. No, but every time I'm on my lunch break, I'm like, I got 20 minutes, and I'm like, I want a Heineken Silver. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm like, I don't want to come back to my desk and be like, why do you smell like a beer? It's like, I had a kombucha. Yeah, like, yeah, it's vinegar on my breath. It's also
have alcohol in it.
It has fermentation in it.
and a soda with bitters. Bitters has booze. Just getting so nervous.
No, because I know what would happen. I'd be like, I'd sit down there and I'd be like, I'd have a Heineken Silver. I'm like, all right, I got to drink this quick. I got to go back to work. And I would just slam it. And I'd sit there. I'm like, I got like 15 more minutes.
Yeah.
And then just get
that
another
took 2
one.
minutes.
Yeah.
I'm
just like, at this rate. And then I'm spending $35 and just getting
no
buzzed.
lunch. You ate nothing at all.
Nothing
You're walking
at all.
In 3 beers deep.
3 beers deep. I had maybe 2 chicken fingers. and then I gave the rest to birds.
And then you're just like, hey, you guys.
Hey, let's go to the 51st floor.
We're up here, baby.
Yeah. Ooh,
So-
private banking.
You started at 16. Your dad was going with you to shows and stuff. And then when did you just moved to New York a couple years ago. So
Yeah.
at 24, you're 8 years in at this point. Were you just
No, I'm
like,
26.
oh, but I'm saying at 24 is when you moved to New
Yeah,
York.
yeah.
So you're 8 years into comedy. You're 24 years old. And then are you like, fucking, I'm out of here. Peter is in New York. Like,
yeah.
I'm going to New York.
It was just like I was running out of shit to do in Arizona.
Yeah.
Like I had done everything that I could do. Like I was doing like hosting, like luckily I was hosting for a lot of people who were like in New York at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was nice being able to like come by and they're like, hey, I
Yeah.
know Arizona. And I'm like, yeah, I'm here now. So
Did you hear Peter's story about David Tell?
no.
He was working with David Tell like way before, and he talked about this on the podcast, so I'll just sum it up real quick. But basically what he said was it was way before he probably had any business working with David Tell as like
Yeah.
his feature or the host or something. And he was so bad, Dave was like coaching him on comedy because he was like, come on, man. Like,
Yeah, no, you need to do better, bud.
yeah, and then he moved to New York because Dave was like, don't move to New York. You're in LA. Don't move to New York. Don't move to. And then he moved to New York, and Dave was like, all right, fine.
Yeah. What did I tell you?
But it's just crazy to me because, like, in Jacksonville, there was a big rift between the Comedy Zone, which was the only club we really had,
Yeah.
and the local scene. Because not the owner anymore, but the former owner was very much like, if you want to get on my stage, you have to take my class. And a lot of us like moved to Jacksonville. Yeah, we were like, we've all been doing comedy like a while, man. Like, we're not doing the class.
Yeah.
And so we just never associated with the Comedy Zone, a lot of us. So then that way, like, we didn't get to like go, like, I didn't get to go see like Big J when he was at the Comedy Zone or like any of these guys. So it was one of those weird things is when I got to New York and I'd be like, oh, I'm from Jacksonville, and people would be like, oh yeah, the Comedy Zone, and I'd be like, I have no reference point whatsoever for that because I didn't.
Yeah.
Because we did all local shows, so that's how I met like Kenny DeForest and Dan Lamort and all those people was doing local shows when they would come through. But you were actually doing a lot of work in the like the main scene in Phoenix.
Yeah, I was really lucky. Like I was hosting a lot at like the big club that they have there called Stand Up Live.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And like you'd say, if you sold it out, it would be almost like 600 seats.
That's insane.
And so like I got to go on like a few of the shows where like I hosted for like DeStefano.
Oh, that's
And
awesome.
like this is like back in like 2000 like before COVID.
Yeah, so like 2016, 17.
Like a little bit, probably more towards like 2020.
Oh,
like
wow,
a
okay,
little
yeah.
bit afterwards too. Like before I left, I was on a good string. Like I was hosting for like Shane when he came through.
Shane Gillis.
Yeah, the big guy Shane Gillis, which is he's such a nice dude. Every time I see him now, he's like, "Oh, what's up, bro?"
Yeah.
And like
I embarrassed myself so bad in front of Shane one time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've told the story before, but it was the Stand was having like I think it was the 10-year. It was the 10-year anniversary for the Stand, and Notre Dame just lost to Marshall in football, and I went to a school FAU that always lost to Marshall as well.
Yeah.
So I went up to Shane downstairs. He probably had a couple pops, and I was like, "Hey, man, tough loss for Notre Dame. And he was like, the fuck are you talking about, bro? And I was like, I went to FAU. We always lose to Marshall. I get it. Like, I thought I was like busting balls. But again, we've never met. So now I just look like an asshole.
Yeah.
But then I was talking to other comics, so he realized I was a comic. And then he was like cool about it. But he was like, why the fuck would you even say that, man? And then in the moment, I remember thinking like, oh, yeah, like we're like the same guy. Like we're broing out. We're talking football. Then he went on stage and like murdered. And I go, not the same.
We're
not the same.
We're not the same man. Shit. God damn
I was
it.
like, oh, we'll connect. And then I was like, oh, wait, he's only met me one other time and probably doesn't remember.
Yeah, I was lucky to like hang out during the weekend and try to be. I remember I was just trying to I don't know. It's like he put over like some fucking war movie about a bridge. And like we were just sitting there, and like I was
The bridge over the river. Yeah, I know the movie.
No, I don't think it was the bridge over the River Kwai. I think it had shit. There was something about
It wasn't the bridge over the River Kwai.
No.
'Cause that's a good WW2 movie.
No, it was like during like the Confederate War or something.
Oh,
like that.
okay.
It was
Wild Wild West with Will Smith.
that yes.
And Kevin
With,
Kline.
yes. Yeah. It was the Wiki Wild Wild West. No, but it was like we're sitting there, and I'm just like sitting there watching it, and like I'm like, damn, they don't make bridges like they used to. This is like a nice old bridge, and he's like, bro, you just don't have to talk, and I'm like, Shane, how fucking rude of you, and I'm like, I'm just trying to make some fucking conversation.
Yeah.
It's like I'm trying to get myself pumped up. We're watching a fucking war movie back
About
here.
the Confederates.
I'm like, I am so tired, and we still have to do another show. What's going on here? I'm like, come on, dude.
God, so you ended up. What was the catalyst for you to be like, I'm going?
I
You said you were running out of things to do, but what was?
Yeah.
Like I love small details. What was like the moment where you were like, I'm out of here?
I think it was I went to Austin, and I tried to do the scene there. I was trying to figure out where I was going
Did
to
you
move.
move to Austin?
No,
Oh,
I
you just
just
went to visit?
I took 2 trips. I went and visited New York and Austin. I visited Austin first, and I'm like, this is fine.
Is that when you did Kill Tony the first time?
No. I did the Kill Tony. For the first time I ever did Kill Tony was like I was 20.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
damn.
Yeah, way back in like Arizona, back
Yeah.
when they were still in LA. But fucking, I went to Austin. It was like okay, and like I went up, and I'm like, all right, this is fine. And then
Is Rogan there at this point?
Yeah, Rogan was there, but the
Okay.
mothership hadn't opened.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, and like,
Yeah,
because
there's
he left
still-
during like the pandemic, so that was like 2020 is when he got to Austin.
Yeah, they were still doing stuff at the Vulcan.
Okay.
And so I come back here, and I go back to Arizona, like put some money together, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go visit New York. And I had already hosted for Big J while I was like down here, and so I was like, oh shit. I was like, hey, I really want to go visit New York and stuff like that. And he's like, let me know, and we can get you up at the stand. And so like I hit him up while I was down here, and he was like, yeah, come through Wednesday, we can get you a spot. And so I went in, and I was like very like hat in hand. I'm like, excuse me,
My name is Tristan. I'm here from Phoenix.
Yeah, literally, I'm like, my name is Tristan. I'm here from Phoenix. Is Joe Harari around here? And it's just Joe. I'm talking to him, and he's like,
I was told to ask for Joe.
yeah, literally.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I was like outside. I'm like, should I? And he's like, let me show you around. And he just treated
so
me
sweet.
so nice. He was just such a sweetheart. And like we just immediately like hit it off. And I was just like, as soon as like I went up on stage, and I did well. And it was downstairs, and I was just like, oh.
That's a great place to do well.
Yeah, and then I was just like, we're moving here.
Yeah.
We're like, Austin gets to suck a fart. And I was just like, I was telling Peter, I'm like, bro, I think I'm going to move here. And he's like, dude, if you move here, we got it. Like, I'll help you out. And I'm just like, I'm going to hold you to
Phoenix
that.
Unite, baby.
Yeah.
Here comes AZ.
Yeah, for real. And then I moved here, and then like 5 other
Oh, really?
Arizona comedians moved here as
Are
well.
you kidding me?
Yeah, it was
I
like
didn't even realize there was that many of you guys. You're like cockroaches.
I know. We're coming out with the woodwork. There's still more coming. It's crazy. People are just signing leases.
Men in Black style, baby.
Yeah, dude. We my buddy Daniel, who I do my podcast with, he moved here like a month and a half ago. And then like people have just been trickling in.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Well, it's also one of those things too where you don't realize sometimes. Like I moved here, and then everyone was like, "Oh, do you know so and so from Jacksonville?" And I'm like, "No."
Yeah.
Because like they either came before I got into the scene, or like, and there's some people like Jake Marshall Head. Jake Head is a very funny comic, but ended up moving to Philly. But again, like I had moved here, I got back into the stand-up scene in like 2018, and he was already like in New York. So it's like when I moved here, everyone's like, "Oh, you should look up Jake Head, and I was like, "Yeah, but we don't like know each other." Like,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
we weren't in the scene together. Like we were at opposite ends of the scene.
Yeah.
So it
I
is
get
kind of
that.
a weird thing. I'm sure that happens with you in Arizona when people are like, "Oh, do you know?" And you're like, "Absolutely not."
Dude, I know the amount of people who are just like, "Oh man, I just went to Arizona. This guy who was hosting for me," and I'm like, I don't know any of those people anymore.
Oh my God, dude. I went back to do a show in Jacksonville, not this last time, but the time before when I went back to visit family. I was like, oh, I'll go to this. It's Rain Dogs. It's the longest running open mic. It's been around for like 13 years. Shout out Chris Buck, who runs it. I was like, oh, I'll go check out Rain Dogs, because that was like the mic. Like we had audience, the whole thing.
Yeah.
And I got there and everyone's like, it's kind of, turned a little bit, but it ebbs and flows. Or like it hasn't been a whole lot of audience lately and stuff. And I go on stage and there's these 3 people in the front just heckling.
Yeah.
And I turned to one of the other comics in the back. I go, who the fuck are those guys? He's like, oh, those are some of the newer comics.
Oh my God.
And I was like, are you like, what are we doing here, guys?
Yeah.
And I got on stage and immediately I said one line and then they heckled me. And I was like, you guys, like, and I just went right after them. I was like, who the fuck
are you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, there's like I visited Arizona and I went to like the old open mic at Woodshed, and I was like sitting there and it was so weird just because I was like with one of my friends who I've seen for a while,
Yeah,
and then like immediately everyone's like, oh my God, how's New York, and then the new kids are just like, so you live in New York? I'm like, yeah, and they're like, what's it like?
big world out there.
Yeah, and I'm like, it's way harder.
Yeah.
It's way
so
way
much
harder.
harder.
It is 10,000 times harder than you think it is.
So hard.
Yeah, it is very very hard.
There are nights. It's so funny because working at the restaurant, it's right in between the stand and the cellar, which is super convenient. Which is why I'm at the stand so often.
Yeah.
And the cellar, because like after work, I'm like, oh, I'll just do a run
Yeah, fuck
around
it.
the club, see what's going on.
Yeah,
And Joe being a sweetheart sometimes, Anyway,
he's a good boy.
yeah, he's
a
great
good boy.
But it's so funny because there are times where I will literally like walk into the stand, look around, not see anybody I really know. It'll be like a newish bartender and a new bartender. So I'm like, I don't know anybody, and like Joe's off.
Yeah.
And like May's like running around, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I literally walk in, don't really see any comics I know, and just walk right back out. And I'm
Yeah.
like, Cool. Glad I moved to New York for this. And then there are other nights, and you know this. There are other nights where you end up sitting at a table and you look around and you're like, oh shit, there's like so many like there's heroes of mine sitting at this table that I'm sitting at right now.
Yeah, you don't
And they're
have to.
talking to you like you're a comic.
You don't have to ball wash Rich Voss like that.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah,
Oh, Rich.
dude, it was so fun.
Rich.
I watched Drescher. You know Derek
Yeah,
Drescher.
of course. He's a friend of the show.
Oh yeah, he was he was trying to talk through a scam that was happening to Rich Voss. He was like, I got this letter in the mail, and he's like, it's supposed to be from the government. It has a stamp, and like he's just like, no, Rich, this is fake. And he's like, they're asking for like $3,000. He's like, no,
You
Rich.
give us $3,000, we'll send you back $5,000.
Yeah, for real.
just got
He's
a
like,
stamp.
well, what? He's a prince. Like, no, it's crazy, dude.
That's fucking hilarious.
I've had to help him post stuff on his Instagram story,
Oh,
and I'm
God.
just like, dude, your font is so big. Like, his font is
sat
so
behind him
nuts.
at a wedding, and I was like, "Well, I can read it from here, dude."
Yeah, it's like a billboard. It's crazy. You have no privacy.
So let's get into it. You had mentioned you started drinking a little later, like 18, 19.
Yeah, but I hit it hard.
Yeah. So let's talk
Yeah.
about it. So what happened? So you didn't drink all through high school.
No, not really. I was a weed guy.
Yeah. When did you start smoking?
I've been smoking. Like the first time I ever smoked, I was like 12.
Jeez.
Yeah, there's not a lot to do in Arizona.
Yeah.
So that was the first time I smoked, but I didn't really start like smoking until I was like 15.
Okay.
And then like
Now, is this good weed that you're getting in Arizona?
I had my medical marijuana card when I turned 18.
Okay.
So I
But
did.
at 15, is this?
Oh, it's like dog shit.
Yeah, it's reds
Like
and stuff.
it's gross. And then like at 15, at like 18, I got my medical card and like, dude, changed the world.
Yeah.
It was so good. Like me and my buddies, I had a car, so we would just go to like the newer dispensaries that were opening, and they would have like first
Sales.
patient discount,
Yep,
and it'd be
yep,
like
yep,
buy one
yep.
get one, and we would just roll up the most insane blunts of all time, and then just sit up there, just get McDonald's, and just pig out, dude. It was some of the best days of my life.
Fuck yeah, man.
It was awesome. And then, like, slowly, like, we did that for a couple years, and then, like, eventually, like, my buddies were like, we're chilling on smoking weed, and I'm like, okay. And then we, and then we started, I started, like, we call them road sodas.
Yeah, you had mentioned that. You wrote that in there.
Yeah, road sodas. We would just go to QT and like we would just get.
What's QT? Gas station.
Gas station.
Okay.
The best gas station. It's so good. Their grilled cheeses are nuts. Dude.
Really?
Yeah, it's like one of those good grilled cheese where it's like it's hard on the outside, but it's like a knuckle of cheese in the middle.
Yeah,
it's good shit. But we would go to like we would just be like, all right, we're gonna go to like the mall. It's like let's go get some road sodas, and we both get like 2 tall boys. And we would just like drink them on the way to like wherever we're going. Yeah. And it was like what I would do. Like I would always
always had one.
Always had one. I would always like, and it was funny, like my buddy Daniel, who I do my podcast
How old
with,
are you at this point?
I was like 21, 22.
Okay, so this
like
is...
as soon as I could fucking the card cleared, I was
yeah.
like beep,
yeah,
like
yeah.
worked.
Well, that's what I was wondering because you said you didn't really start drinking until like 18, 19, but then at the same time, because you were like going to the bars and stuff where people knew you from comedy.
Yeah, and like also I would ask my mom, I'm like, do you think you can get me a 6-pack just like after work? She'd be like, yeah, sure, I'll get you a 6-pack. She's like, you're drinking it in the house, like it's fine.
Being safe, yeah.
Yeah, but then I would just be like, I love me a good brewski, dude.
So that's what, yeah. So you got into it.
Yeah, I did get into it.
Did you chill out on the weed or were you doing both?
Oh, both, dude. Yeah. Feet on both pedals, just nos. It was
flick the fucking switch.
Dude, cracking like finishing a tall boy and then using that can as an ashtray as I light up one and cracking your tall boy. And I got a 45-minute drive home. I'm like, woo! Like, it's fucking great, dude.
The drive home is what killed me.
Yeah, dude, driving an hour from an open mic down in like Chandler, and they just opened the new 202, and it connected perfectly to my side of town, and there was like no street lights, so it just dark and just. I'd be like, I'm going 100, just like with a beer.
What
like,
are you driving?
Kia Soul.
Yes, yes.
My grandma's Kia Soul.
Fuck yeah, it was.
Yeah, dude, it was so tight. I loved it so much. I remember I would have like my dedicated like gas stations I would go to.
Yeah.
It started getting bad when I would do it at work.
Well, yeah, let's talk because you said you had to take a break from it because it was starting to get out of hand.
I was drinking.
What would happen?
I was drinking at work a lot.
And this is where were you working? Was this
I was working at
shop?
No, I was working at a catering company. I was driving stuff. I was driving trucks, and I was like driving a box truck with like a Modelo in between my legs, just being like.
Did you get caught or did you?
Never,
realize,
dude.
You realized,
yeah,
like,
I'm
this
just
is
like
getting out of hand.
I'm like, this is not good.
Because you're like 22 at this point.
Yeah, like 22, 23.
Okay, so then you realize like this is getting a little crazy.
Yeah.
And then when did you take the break? Because you said you were on a break before you got to New York.
Was probably
it shortly after that.
It was like no, those fires were chugging. we were putting coal in that train, dude.
Yeah.
It was
full power.
Yeah, dude. I was going a little nuts, and then like it started. I stopped doing like it's like I would go and get into different evolutions of it, where I'm just being like I'm drinking too much seltzer. I'm like I can't be drinking this too much seltzer. I'm like then I'll start having a beer. I drink them slower, and then I'm like 7 in tall boys in, and I'm just like woo, another one. And so I'm like, I can't do that. I'm like, all right, here's what I'm going to do instead. I'm going to get like vodka and then I'm going to just do like hard liquor. And it's like, it'll help me out.
Nobody ever does that. Nobody ever goes, I'm going to go from beer to hard liquor. That'll slow it down.
Yeah. Well, I was just like, and then I started doing Tito's sodas.
That's insane to me.
Dude, because I was getting fat drinking beer.
Oh, yeah, you will.
And I was like.
You're a svelte little boy. You're a cutesy little boy.
I know. And I was getting a little beer belly. And I'm like, I can't have a beer belly, dude. My pants aren't fitting. And so I was like, fucking, you know, it has few calories. Soda water, limes, and Tito's.
Yep.
And so I just boop, boop, boop. And I would go, dude, when I was hosting weekends, like it'd be like in between shows, I wouldn't drink before the first show. I'd go do that, set a baseline.
Yeah.
And then I'd be like, all right, Cheeto soda, 2 limes. And then I would smack that down. And then as soon as you smack one down, I love drinking out of the tiny little straws.
Mm-hmm.
It was my favorite. I'd get 2 of them. Just I felt like a hummingbird.
Yeah.
And there, it was so good. And then by the end, I'd have like 5 Tito sodas.
Before the second show?
No, like after the second show.
Okay, so before the second show, you'd have one.
Yeah, I would have like one, maybe like 1.5.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, feeling good for the second show. Go up to the second show, and I'm already warmed up. I'm just rapping.
Yeah, and you're hosting, so you're only doing like 7.
Yeah, I would do like it would be like 10, 15.
Oh, that's good. That's awesome.
Yeah, so I was
yeah.
doing good time.
Yeah.
And like sometimes they'd have me feature if they weren't bringing one.
That's
so
awesome.
I'd be like,
So for anyone who doesn't know who's listening, and most of you know, but in comedy, obviously, there's 3 spots for a normal show: the host, the feature, the headliner. The host normally does like 5 to 10. The feature does about 20, and then the headliner does an hour. It's an hour and a half long show.
yeah.
So, but to be in those hosting spots and still get like 15, that's fucking amazing.
Yeah, and they like comp my drinks.
Yeah, and then to
stuff like
drop you
that.
into the feature sometimes, you're
Yeah.
just fucking ripping stage time.
Yeah,
man.
I was getting like I would do like fucking like 40 minutes in a night just doing 220s.
Yeah.
And then like or maybe even if it was like crazy like a big show, I'd do like 3 and I'm like, God damn. This is great.
go.
Yeah.
See, this was the thing that was the problem that I had in Jacksonville was you couldn't connect the stage time with the big audience.
yeah.
So like all the show, because like I said, because of the disconnect with the club, like all of our shows, everything was like a bar show or an outdoor show or like a thing at a brewery. You know how it
Yeah.
is, like not like a rock club, like these weird venues.
Yeah.
Where you'd get people there, but it'd be like 30 or 40, maybe
Yeah.
50.
Yeah.
But like you're not doing shows for like 100, 200, 300 people.
Oh yeah, dude.
Which is a huge way to like, it's a great muscle to learn.
Dude, when it was like sold out at Stand Up Live, it was like intimidating.
Yeah.
When you'd do like hit a joke and you'd be like, I have to sit here for a second and
Yeah.
let like this be done. And be like, and then you do another thing. It's like, bang, and you're just like, ah.
I guess I'm good at this.
I guess, and then you get off stage, you're like, pretty good. I had fun. Teeter soda.
Two limes. Two limes.
Can I get teeters? A little teeter soda, a little teeter tot.
2 limes and 2 of those little straws. I won't feel like a hummingbird right now.
Dude, it was nice. And then so after I was like 7 of those deep, I started like, but just like it was like fucking. I thought I had cauliflower ear, man, but I would just start blacking out.
Oh, really?
And I would just be like, my girlfriend calls it Dristan, whereas drunk Tristan, where I'm just like, I'm fine. And then she's like, you fell asleep on the floor last night of the kitchen. I'm like, I was tired.
Mine was Brandon Taft.
Oh yeah,
That was my alter ego in college.
yeah.
Yeah, so like I would like leave a pizza in the oven, and like my roommates would freak they're like, you can burn down the apartment doing this, and I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. Brandon got a little crazy last night.
Yeah.
Brandon Taft came out.
Yeah,
Or like if I show up to a party and be really drunk, my friends would all be like, back it in, party's over, boys. Brandon Taft is here now.
Yeah.
Party's over.
I'm a sheriff. Just walk it in.
But I would just be so drunk I'd ruin things.
Yeah, I remember I was like really we had pre-gamed my buddy's birthday party. And, like, it was just, like, us drinking at the house. And I'm like, can we come through to your birthday party? And they're like, yeah, sure. It's like, I have some work friends here. And I'm like, fuck it, dude. And we come in with, like, a case of, like, Modelo's just open. And it's, like, me and my girlfriend, we're, like, 7 times more drunk than any of their friends. And we had, like, a DD. So we're just like, I'm getting schlitzed. And, like, they're doing adult stuff.
Tristan's here.
And they're, like, got charcuterie. They're playing a board game.
You're like, you guys don't have alter egos when you're drunk?
Yeah, no, they're playing apples to apples, and they're like, because I like kind of forgot about it. I'm like, was that an issue last night? It's like, yeah, you kept on calling everyone the F slur for playing apples to apples, and I'm like, you guys are all fucking gay, dude. This game sucks. It's not even funny.
Let's do a shot, you fucking losers.
I know, and I'm like, give me your dab pen. Give me your dab pen. I need it. And like I was just, and then I knocked over a candle before I left.
God, you were a menace.
Yeah, and then like his girlfriend, he like it was such a bitch ass move what he did. He's like, no, my girlfriend's furious with you. She wasn't. He just wanted to say that just to make me feel bad.
Yeah.
He said if he's just like, I'm really mad. I'm like, I don't care what you think.
I will do that sometimes. It's a
Yeah.
bitch move, but sometimes I'll be like, yeah, Tracy is just, she's
So bitch made.
Yeah.
I do it too though. I do it too.
Because sometimes you're like, if I say something, I have no power here. You know, especially if it's like a close friend, they'll be like, well, fuck you, I don't care.
Yeah.
So you have to put it on someone else so they actually stop what they're doing.
Yeah, just be like, yeah, no. My girlfriend said I can't. She said I can't.
She said no.
You said I'm not allowed.
She's going to come
to.
storming out of the bedroom. I never said that.
I never said that. Get in your fucking room.
Podcast is over.
Podcast is over.
So what happened to where, because I want to get to these. You sent me a couple: Drunk Cooking, Jacob's Car, Spooky Halloween.
Oh yeah.
But before we get into those, what happened where you were like, I need to take a break?
It was
Because you said you were doing the real deal.
Yeah.
You said business style sober.
Yeah, I was like, I just started getting like really sick, and like I felt like I was like. I had like days where I'd just be like completely out of it just because I was like didn't drink any water, didn't eat any food, was just drinking sun up, sundown. And like
I used to do that because I was like, you get more of an effect if you do it on an empty stomach.
Yeah, I know. And I'm just like, I'm here to hang.
Yeah.
And I was just being annoying. I'd get hammered and call people and just
Been there,
be like, what are you doing? And like, let's hang.
Hey,
Yeah.
what's that?
Yeah, no. And so I just felt like a retard, and I'm like, I need to fix this. So I stopped drinking for like 6 months. Which was, I was proud of
That's
myself.
awesome. Yeah, congrats, dude.
I was like completely off the sauce, and I'm like, I didn't think I was
still
ever
smoking?
Yeah, I was still smoking.
But just,
Yeah, but I was like, I don't know. I was to the
But
point
you're not
where
being
I'm
as
like,
toxic when you're smoking as
no. I would like smoke a joint and just be like, yeah, I'm hungry.
Yeah.
Like I don't really, weed doesn't affect me like that.
Yeah, especially because you've been doing it since you were 12.
Yeah. It's at this point, I'm just like, my girlfriend would be like, are you okay? Like, do you need to smoke? And I'm like, yeah, I need a joint. This is, I'm just getting upset. But like I was like stone cold sober when I moved here, and I'm like, I didn't think I was ever gonna like drink again. I was like kind of worried about it. I'm like, and like it made me feel like I would just get in my head about it because I would see people who were my age and like younger going out and like drinking, and I'm like, why can't I do that?
Yeah.
I'm like, why am I such an asshole to where like I can't just be like,
Dude, I went to rehab at 25. I get it, man. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I'm like, why? I'm like, I just can't have one. I'm like, and I've been trying to work on that recently, just having one, but it's hard, man. Because I'm like, mentally, I probably have like, it runs in my family, alcoholism. So
Does that trigger flip when you have one where you're like,
just more.
Will Ferrell in Old School, where you're like, once it hits your lips, it's just so good.
Yeah, it is so good when it hits your lips. Like, yeah.
Frank the Tank.
Yeah, no, it's like, it's basically like.
Someone hands you a Modelo, you fucking pound it, slam it on the table. We're doing it again.
Yeah, literally, I was thinking, this is a real thought. On the train over here, I'm like, I could really have a little Coors on the way over here. And I'm like, that's probably not the chillest thing to do. Pull out a silver bullet tall boy, just being like, and here we go.
I tell people all the time, I am sober. The podcast is about crazy stories. I don't give a shit what my guests do. Like when I had Derek Gaines on, he was the best. He goes, I messaged him and he was like, yeah, man, I'll come on the podcast. Just so you know, I'm going to be really high. And I was like, yeah, bro, come through. I don't care.
Yeah, that's
because
a good
my
one.
bottom was so bad that it was like, oh, yeah, I'm not. It doesn't. And I won't say like I'm perfect. Obviously, nobody is. But like I work in a restaurant. I serve booze. I was just a couple people we know started a whiskey company, and I was just working my ass off to get that into the restaurant.
Yeah.
But it's a situation where it's like, I have to bring it to my managers, and they have to try it, and then the other people have to try it, and reps have to try. And like I'm running around with this bottle of booze, like, and none of it really like. Never once in my brain was I like, oh, I should swig this.
Yeah.
Because like my bottom was so bad, so that's why it's like. When I first started doing this show, I'd have people like be like, "Oh, ex drinking buddy, I should drink, right? That'd be hilarious." And I'd be like, "Yeah," and they'd be like, "Wait, really?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I don't care. Like, yeah, come on."
Yeah, I mean, like at least that's nice not being, because I was just like, I mean, I don't have it in front of me, but I'd just be like,
yeah,
sitting
just
there
fiending
like,
for it. It's right there,
dude. Like the amount of times where I'm just like, I'm going to be a good boy. I'm not going to have a beer before my set, and I'm sitting there, and my girlfriend's like, "You want to go to happy hour?" I'm like, "One's fine." And then I sit there, and I'm like, "Well, it's 2 for 1. I have to get my deals for." And then like I have like a third one out there. I'm just like, "All right, tonight's an experiment. We're gonna see how this goes."
Have you gotten on stage fucked up?
Oh yeah, I've gotten on stage pretty fucked up, and the worst thing is sometimes it goes really well. And I'm just like, oh man, I found a secret. And then other times I'm just like,
I've had those shows where it's terrifying when you're in. Let me know if this happened to you, where you're visibly like your brain knows you're slurring, but there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
Like your brain knows you're fucked up.
Yeah.
Like you're in your head like trying to hit
Dude.
a tag, and you're like, I can't.
I know. I just got a fat fucking tongue.
Yeah.
I hate that shit.
And you're conscious of it?
Yeah, I
but
know.
You still can't fix it.
I'm a fool. Like, I'm just a fool.
Sorry, guys.
Dude, one of the worst feelings.
I'm a sad boy. I'm sorry.
One of the worst feelings ever. And honestly, I'm happy that I kind of like had some drinks in me for it. Like I was at the stand earlier that night, and I was just hanging out. Like, it was one of those nights where, like, people were just, like, watching fights in the green room.
Yeah.
I was sitting down there just rolling joints and, like, smoking and stuff. Like, probably had, like, fucking 7 or 8 beers. I'm like, dude, I'm pretty, like, up there. And then, like, I'm like, all right, I'm probably going to leave. And then May's just like, Tristan, you want a spot? And I'm like, what type of spot? She was like, no, you get paid. And I'm like, oh, fuck, I got to do it.
Yeah,
I'm like, when are you going? I'm like, when am I going up? She's like, oh, you go up next. And it was just like, the crowd was going all right. So I'm like,
She's
all
so
right.
sweet too. It's hard to be like,
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like, all right, I can do this. And then as soon
upstairs
as
or downstairs?
downstairs. And I'm like, all right, I can do this. This will be good. And then I hear her just being like, no, can I go up? Can I go up next? And then hand on my shoulder. May's like, all right, we're going to bump you. And it's Attell. It's Dave Attell. And I'm just like, fuck. I'm like, I'm fucking 8 beers deep and I got to follow Attell. And then he goes up. He murders. He pulls
course
out
he
his
does.
recorder and starts doing all this shit. I'm like, he's doing like such good bits. And then I'm going
And then
up
in
there.
your head, you're like, I'm going to do an experiment.
Yeah, I'm just like, this is a test drive. And I got up. I remember just posting on my story, just like a photo of Attell on stage, and just being like, gotta follow this guy. I'm fucked. And everyone's just like messaging me back, like, how'd it go? I'm sure you did good. I'm like, it went so bad.
Did you, the mixture of being high, being drunk, and then following one of the greatest comedians to ever live,
Yeah.
were you, was it a no-win situation, or was it because you were fucked up?
I mean, like, it was a situation where I'm like, if I pull this off, I might be the greatest comedian of all time.
I mean, it's a huge feat.
Yeah, I'm like, if I can just piggyback off
Ride
this
that wave.
and like at least have like an 8.5 to his 9.5, 10 that he
Yeah.
just did up here, I'm like, I would be so good. And then I
Dude.
get up there, I'm just like, just like, hey guys, I'm new here. I'm from Phoenix, Arizona.
Phoenix.
Hey, you guys ever
I'm
been-
from Phoenix.
You guys ever been Phoenix?
You ever heard of it? We have a lake. It's man-made.
It's man-made. I made it.
I made it.
I made it by using my pee.
Just giggling on stage. Let's talk about some of the stories you sent me. So,
Oh, yeah.
Drunk cooking. What is this about?
Oh, that's how, like, I know that I've been getting bad recently is when I start, like, cooking, like, elaborate meals.
That's
while
what I was going to say.
extremely
So you're,
hammered.
like, pulling stuff out.
Oh, yeah. I'm trying to make, like, mini mozzarella sticks and stuff.
By
like,
hand?
Yeah, dude. Like, cracking
scratch?
eggs and stuff like that. And, like, looking up the, like, heating point of canola oil. And my girlfriend's like, you need to chill out. And I'm like,
It's
I want
175.
I'm like, I want mozzarella sticks. I'm like, I want it.
Mozzarella.
Like, my girlfriend has found me, like, back when I didn't have a job and I was just, like, partying out here. She found me,
So
like...
wait, when you moved out here, you saved enough money where you didn't have to work?
Yeah, I was living off savings for a little while.
Okay,
and
and you came with the girlfriend?
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
awesome. Dude.
And
How long have you two been together?
almost this month is 3 years.
Congratulations,
Yeah,
man.
it's exciting. I gotta...
Hopefully you stay together. This isn't going to age well.
I know. I think we'll be okay. I have not hit her yet. So...
I've had people on the podcast and they've talked about how excited they were. And, I've been doing the podcast for years. And then you fast forward like 4 years and they're like, no, we broke up. I
That
hate
was
her.
the biggest mistake of my life. Yeah. I have scars both emotionally and physically.
I have those episodes. I live with my current girlfriend, Tracy. And when I first started doing the show, I had my ex on it twice.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That's no good.
And I don't take episodes down because I'm like, it's the art, baby.
No, you can take those down. I would take those down immediately. No way in hell.
So that's awesome. You guys have been together for a while. So when you got here, you were just partying so when you got here, what was the thing before we get, because I want to know more about this drunk cooking because like I said, I've worked in restaurants forever.
Yeah.
What was the thing when you got here where you were like, no, I am going to drink again? Because you were 6 months
Well,
not drinking when you moved here.
Yeah, and I was like, that was like me moving here like 3 months and then spending another 3 or so months here.
Yeah.
And like just completely being like stone sober. And then little wiggle worm, Mr. Peter James Fowler.
Peter James Fowler.
Peter James Fowler. I to be fair, I was on my own volition. I really wanted to try going into it, but the amount of times Peter just like, bro, one drink. Back when he was drinking.
Yeah.
Back when, and he was like, bro, one drink, come on, let's do it. Let's go out. Let's have fun. You're in New York City. Come on. No one's going to like you if you're not drinking, dude. No one, like, everyone thinks you're a pussy, dude. And I'd just be like, fine. And then I had one. And then literally like 3 weeks later, he's like,
Yeah, he just celebrated a year sober, completely sober.
I know, completely sober. And it was like,
What a fucking asshole.
I'm like, you bitch ass. And then it's just
Come
opened
on,
these.
come on, dude. I can see him doing it, too.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Nobody's going to like you. You're being fucking gay.
Dude, you're being so gay, right? No one thinks you're cool.
Yeah.
Like, no one's going to think you're cool. And, like, hey, you're drinking Heineken Silver's like a loser, dude. Now I go, like, I'm sitting there downstairs and everyone's just like, water, iced tea, water with bitters, Heineken Silver, like all these things. And
Yeah.
I'm the only one just like, are we all girls down here? What's going on?
Who invited the chicks, man?
Yeah, a bunch of ladies.
Ladies.
Yeah.
So, okay. So then you get, this is hilarious. So what happens with the drunk? I want to know this. Like, does Tristan go out and say, Dristan's going to want to cook later, let's buy some stuff?
No.
Or do you just start scouring the pantry with your hammer?
It is improv.
Okay.
It is improv cooking, and it's usually at 2 a.m. and we live in a studio, so my girlfriend hears all of it. So it's like shit just being like, okay, I gotta make something, and you hear like clink, you know, like sorry. Sorry. She's like, what the fuck are you doing? And I'm like, I want a fried tilapia sandwich. She's like,
Dude, I love that idea of like, because we here, I get home, obviously we work opposite schedules because Tracy's a teacher. So it is weird because I keep a pair of change of clothes in the living room so I don't have to go in the bedroom to wake her up. So I get home from work, I shower, I throw on my night clothes, and then I fire up the Skyrim or I'll jump on the laptop and do work or like do shit like that. I couldn't imagine if she was like sleeping right here.
Oh,
and
yeah,
I
dude.
walk in the front door and then I'm like, I want a fried tilapia sandwich.
yeah, just sitting there, just trying not to be like, thud, 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 thud.
Yeah.
Thud, 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 thud.
I want some pulled pork.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can maybe make a rotisserie chicken.
You know, if you boil the chicken, then you shred it, it's actually a lot more tender.
It's like pulled pork. Dude, boiled chicken is disgusting.
I hate it.
Dude, the smell is so nauseating.
Have you seen the water?
Yeah, the
It
water
looks-
just scammy on top. Dude, it's so bad. I used to date this girl, and she would have 3 dogs that she would have to boil like a whole chicken for every day.
Why?
And just because she was
She
like,
didn't want to do dog food?
no, she didn't do dog food. She was just like, and it's these old fucking fat dogs that are just old, shitty, and like smell bad.
Yeah.
And like I fucking
Take care of your dogs, people.
yeah. One of them like was gonna die, and I had to go dig a grave for it. And I was like, so
While it was still alive?
yeah, and it was like outside, blind, just kind of stumbling around, like, ooh, don't fall in there. And I'm like,
Not yet.
not yet. But like you was,
Wait.
yeah, you're getting ahead of yourself about. No, but it was one of those things where I was like so done with the relationship already, and I was just like using like a pickaxe to break up hard rock from like Arizona earth, like trying to dig a deep enough hole to put like this 75-pound dog in, and I'm just like, I don't even like this girl. I'm like, I really don't want to be here, like at all. But I have too much stuff over here now to where it would be inconvenient for me to just up and leave and never come here again.
It's that old Dane Cook joke. I can't leave him, Sarah. My CDs are in his truck.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it was. I'm like, my Xbox is there.
Oh, you can't. What are you
Yeah.
rocking now? You still rocking Xbox?
Not PS5.
Oh, yeah.
I transitioned.
I've been an Xbox person since the day it came out.
I was an Xbox 360 guy for a really
Xbox,
long
Xbox
time.
360, Xbox. I have the Series X now, baby.
I love God of War. And I just
God of War and Spider-Man are the two, like, get
Those-
your shit together, Microsoft.
those are the two things. And I'm like, the only reason why I kept Xbox was because I was like diehard Halo.
Oh, really?
And then I just started playing the newer Halos, and I'm like, this kind of blows.
Did you play the original Halo?
I got into it at Halo 3.
Okay.
Yeah, that was
The
like,
original Halo, the plasma gun,
Yeah.
was like, it was a cheat code. Because if you play on multiplayer, if you hit someone with the plasma gun, their shield would go all the way down, then you just punch them and they would die.
Yeah.
So in the second one, they like pulled way back on the power of the plasma gun.
Yeah.
But that, dude, I remember being in college and we would, this is when like online gaming was like first coming out, 2007, 8, 9.
Yeah.
And we would fucking have like the whole football team would be playing Halo.
That's tight.
And
dude.
it would be so funny because it would be like the hardest, like just thuggish dudes from like South Florida.
Yeah.
Just fucking nerding out, like crushing everybody in Halo.
Yeah, just being like, I got it on a ghost, motherfucker. I'm on a ghost.
You see them in practice and they'd like rip their helmet off and be like, fucking play with me. And it's like, dude, you are like a Halo nerd. Who the fuck are you trying to?
It's like you're matching your gear color. You get, dude. That's in Halo 3. It started doing like you could get like the custom heads, like the Hayabusa and stuff like that, and like that was like
People were just fucking going.
In elementary school, dude. It meant something.
It meant something.
It meant something to have a flaming skull, just being like, dude, he got the Vidmaster achievement.
Yeah,
like that was nuts.
Big Skyrim guy.
Oh, you still play that game?
I was just playing it 10 minutes before you walked in that door.
You're crazy.
I
dude.
love it. I'm a big Bethesda because I'm an open world guy. I don't like first person shooters. I like to build things. I'm a creator, Tristan.
I'm a creative type.
So I was doing Starfield, which is awesome because it's very similar to Skyrim, but it's in space, so it's fucking so much fun.
Yeah.
But then I was like, it's not quite Skyrim though, and I went back and started a brand new character on Skyrim again for like the millionth time.
Dude, what I always used to do for Skyrim was immediately as soon as I like came out of the cave, I would just go to the Archmage place.
That's right.
And just become like the most powerful
Who
priest.
are you talking to right now?
Yeah.
Level 99 destruction right now.
Yeah.
I just started this new character, and I'm literally one destruction level away from being a master. Destruction mage.
And then I start the rest of the game, and it's like, that's the first dragon.
It's
and I'm
so
like,
easy.
Just immediately laser beam it out of the sky.
God, that's so crazy. We do the exact same thing. I always go to the College of Winterfell, and I always become the fucking most powerful mage. And then I'm like, now let me play the game.
Yeah.
And you're just like one-shotting dragons out of the sky.
Yeah, just like fucking shooting, just turning people into skeletons. Just being like,
disintegrate,
so good.
God, I'm going to play it as soon as you leave, too.
I'm going to play Diablo. I've been playing Diablo 4 a lot recently, and also Black Myth Wukong.
I couldn't get in. I haven't played Black Myth, but I couldn't get into Diablo. I got Diablo 4. I played a lot of it, but I just wasn't as hyped for it.
I understand the testament. Like I'm just a sucker for a grind.
Yeah.
I love World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
And so like
So you're a world builder too?
Yeah. I like doing my dungeons.
Yeah.
I like just being able to like plug in, listen to a podcast, and just be like,
side quest, yeah.
Dude, hit mad side quests.
I'm a big side quest guy.
Yeah.
I like finding the little things, turning over the rocks, finding all the little things.
Then you get like a little cool thing, and you're like, this was worth it.
Yeah. And then you find there's a God, we got way off track.
No, you're good.
There's a place in Skyrim. There's like it's an old mage's house. I don't know if you've ever found it, but I just found it on this playthrough, and I played it like 5 times all the way through. But it's an old mage's house, and the cool thing is like all the gear that you get from certain side quests, where it's like so and so sword of icing or so and so sword of draining or whatever.
Yeah.
At this mage's house, he has a spot for all of them.
Oh,
and
really?
so as a completionist, I'm like, well, I have to get everything now.
Yeah, and fill it out. Because what if that gets me a final thing at the end?
What if I get like a big thing?
Yeah, what if they're like, thanks for all your hard work?
So now I'm not selling anything. I'm like, anything I get that has a name on it, I go immediately to that mage's house, and I'm like, where is it?
How much shit is in there?
It's a lot. So it's like a big enclosed circle, and then every point of the wall has racks. So whether it's shield racks or mannequins or weapon racks, and every rack you go to, it says place whatever here. It doesn't say like activate to place weapon. It says place the specific weapon there. So not only if you find the weapon, you're like, oh, this has a name on it. It obviously goes in the house. You have to stop at everything in the house to see exactly where it goes.
It sucks to be like playing a game and just being like, why'd you have an Excel spreadsheet open next to it? It's like, because I'm having fun. This is how I have fun.
As I was explaining it, I was like, wait, this sounds like tedious busy work.
Yeah.
Like, no, it's fun.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you about Jacob's car.
Oh yeah, that's
Is that
like,
code for something?
No, it was one of our. So we like had like our buddies in Arizona who we were just like would get really high and like drink and like fuck around with each other and stuff like that. But we were still younger, and like it was this time where like we concocted an evil plan, and it was like all of us just like kind of high and stoned and like in like a little buzzed. We're just like, Jacob tried to fight my buddy Hayden over like he had a new girlfriend, and then we shot Roman candles at him.
Okay.
And then he was like tried to fight him, and we're just like, dude, fuck you, Jacob. You're gonna be like all tough in front of your new girlfriend.
Yeah.
We're gonna do something back to you. So we knew that he kept his car door unlocked like every night. We're like, that's so stupid. And we told him that all the time. And like, someone's gonna break into your car. He's like, nah, they won't. My neighborhood's safe. So like one night we broke into his car.
We told you.
Yeah, we broke into his car and we stole the passenger seat out of his front.
That's genius.
We stole his front passenger seat and like took it out. I think it was either his front passenger. No, it was both his front passenger seat and his driver's seat. We took them out.
And that's like a spite thing. It's like nobody needs this.
Yeah.
This is purely because you're an asshole. Jim.
And he had like a $600 camera in there, and like we just left all that go. And then he came to school the next day and he's like, dude, my brain is just, I don't even know what's going on. We're like, what's wrong, bud? Like, it's like, dude, someone stole my driver's seat and my passenger seat.
How did he get to school?
He put a lawn chair in it.
Yeah.
And then, like, honestly, it was kind of good for him because he got a new car out of it because he just claimed that burglary on his insurance.
Oh, wow.
And, like, they just completely paid for a new car for him, and then he totaled that car. But it was fun. We took his things into the desert, his seats, and we shot him with guns like the cartel.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then
is that a big thing, going to the desert in Arizona?
Yeah, just shooting guns in the desert and stuff.
Because it's all desert.
Yeah, like, if you go out into, like, especially where I used to live in, like, it was like close to like Buckeye area. Like you could just like drive like 10 minutes and be like, oh, nowhere.
Yeah.
We're in the middle of like straight up fucking nowhere. And you could just like.
Big gun family?
Not too much, but my friends were. Like we had like a 22 LR and like a Mosin Nagant.
Yeah. I'm from Florida, man. Everyone had guns.
Yeah, I was born in Florida actually.
Oh, really?
And I spent some
Where
time. I was born in not Clearwater, Sarasota.
Okay, yeah. My ex-fiance lives out there.
Yeah, I was born in Sarasota, and like I spent like probably like after like 6th grade to like right before freshman year, moving back and forth from Kissimmee.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
So you were a Disney kid.
I was.
Yeah.
I loved it.
For those of you who don't know, Kissimmee is the city in which Disney resides. It's not actually Orlando.
Yeah, we lived in Celebration.
Yeah.
So like, dude, it was
literally you lived in Disney.
It was so tight. We would get so baked and just like run around the little Disney village
Fuck
that they
yeah,
had there.
Man.
We all had annual passes.
Downtown Disney is what it was called, Disney Springs.
Yeah, Disney Springs,
Yeah.
and we would get like fucking blitzed and go to like the THX fucking movie theater there.
Yeah.
And that's how I saw like the Insidious movie, and I'm just like, whoa. Like,
dude, that's crazy. I didn't know you were a Florida kid.
Yeah, I was a little Floridian. I got a swamp in my blood.
Yeah. So then because it's interesting whenever we talk guns, because you know people in the Northeast are always like,
I know it's crazy to like. I go up to people and I'm like, have you ever even fired a gun? They're like, no. And I'm like.
And some of them are like, I have no interest. It's like, yeah, you have no interest because you've never done it. It's fucking awesome.
It's so fun. It's the best, dude.
It's like having a huge penis coming out of your arm.
Yeah, we there was this really cool place in Arizona that like it was this like little you could just go there and like rent to fire guns and stuff like that.
The firing range, yeah.
Yeah, they had a 50 cal machine gun.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, one of the like.
For those of you who don't know, those bullets are like this big. They could rip a person. They rip people in half.
Yeah, and it was like one of the like we recorded it for our podcast, but we were all going. I was so sick that day, and like
you're like we're going.
Yeah, I was like barfing out of the side of the car door, and they're like, "You ready?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm ready." And like we're shooting like fully automatics, like and like the fucking machine gun. It was so crazy.
It's like the big ones that you see in the movies.
Yeah,
they like prop up on the truck, and it's like
yeah. We did like it was a World War II one. It was like a Browning.
Okay.
So it was like still a 50 cal,
yeah.
and like we have dude. It's so cool. My buddy is holding it, and you get like for like $300 you get 5 bullets, and
That's
like
it?
Yeah, and it's just like. And you're just like, that was so cool.
That's so much.
Yeah, but it's honestly,
it's insane. It's got to be insane.
It is so tight, dude.
I bought my 18th birthday. I bought a old school just shotgun, just 12 gauge regular old Winchester shotgun, and it was like 1965 was the year of the gun. I'm not that old, but I remember I couldn't shoot, like, because in Florida you can just buy rifles and shotguns at 18, nothing. Like, you just walk in, you're 18, they just sell it to you.
Yeah.
And I remember it was like $200, and then I bought a bunch of ammo for it. I bought birdshot and buckshot, and I was like, I'm fucking strapped now. Kept it in my trunk like I was a gangster or something.
Yeah.
And I remember I never got to shoot it. Like, I never had, because you can't take a shotgun to a firing range. For those of you who don't know, because it sprays, they won't let you take it to a gun range. So I was like, I have nowhere to shoot this. So I got really drunk one night. And my house was like here, and then we had a big oak tree in the back. But then there were houses like all along Like we all shared like this one common giant backyard.
Yeah.
So picture a big circle, and we all shared this like giant backyard. And I walked out
You
to
shot
that
the
oak
shit
tree.
of them. Shot the shit out of that.
2 in the morning, man. I was like, boom.
And just ready back.
The muzzle flare, because it was pitch black out. The muzzle flare is insane. It's like red, like it's vomiting fucking fire. And I just see all the lights turn on in all the houses, and I like turn and I was like, oh no, oh no, oh no.
Did cops come by?
Oh, cops were going up and down the neighborhood. But because it's a circle, the sound bounces, so no one knew where it came from.
Dude, that is so scary.
Dude.
Did you have ear protection on?
No.
Oh my God.
I just raw dogged it, man.
Oh no. Oh no, oh no, oh no.
Just running all ears.
Yeah. That's no good, dude.
And then I got older, and like, obviously cousins, friends, family all had guns. So then you learn how to shoot. But I was just like 18. I was like, let's go.
Yeah. That's
shit, 2 in the morning.
so tight, dude. That's honestly so much fun.
I'm gonna show this oak tree who's boss.
Dude, we used to we would go out with we would steal some of my buddies garage beers, and then we would go and we would just go shooting out and shake up Modelo's and throw them out, just bing, try to
hit them.
Try to hit them with AR-15s and stuff like that.
See, so you guys had actual rifles and stuff too.
Yeah, we had guns.
Yeah, that's my a person I know, I'll just put it that way, has an arsenal, which is crazy when you see it.
Oh yeah,
it's under his garage. So he has a false wall. It's hard to find. It's under his garage. I won't say where they live or how I know them, but you walk in there and it's like fucking Batman or the Matrix. Like he flicks a light and it's like the flickering fluorescent lights. It's like and then it goes on and it's like AR, shotgun, like long range rifle.
Who do you make up? Who are your enemies, dude? That is nuts.
He's just one of these Southern, you can have my gun when you pry it from my cold dead finger. He has no reason for it.
Yeah.
He works in finance, not finance, but tech. And it's there's not.
That's so crazy. You don't need this. And he's like, this gun shoots sideways.
He just loves them.
Stop it. I mean, that's pretty tight, though.
He has all daughters. It's they don't shoot either.
Yeah.
It's just for him.
I mean, man has his passion.
Yeah, it's just a hobby. A lot of people don't understand in the South. Guns are just a hobby for people.
I can imagine just being like, "Where's Dad?" It's like, "Oh, he's in his back cave." Just and they're just like, "One day,
just cleaning them.
There will be someone on my land, and I will be able to get to the false way." That always weirds me out. Just being like, say if you're getting in a situation, he must have other guns throughout the house.
Yeah.
And because I'm they're not all down there.
No, if you have an arsenal somewhere, you've got guns scattered. You think you're the Punisher, man. You got them under tables and in fucking drawers and stuff.
That is cool, though. But if you have kids, though, that is scary.
Yeah, so that's something, Tracy and I have talked about because I'm like, well, what if someone, literally, what if the world turned sideways? We need one. And she was like, yeah, but if we have kids, what if they grab one? I'm like, that's a good point. I don't really know what to say to that.
Put it up real high.
Yeah.
Real high.
All right, last thing, spooky Halloween, and then we'll get you out of here. What was that about?
No, this was a couple years ago during Halloween time in Phoenix.
Is this in Phoenix?
Yeah, I was in Phoenix, and me and my buddy were going out to. He was just about to turn 21. We didn't even think about it. We're getting ID'd everywhere, so I felt bad. We were just walking around with him, but we were on acid, tripping out.
You buried the lead.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, he couldn't drink, so I felt really bad. So we were just hanging out. We were on acid.
We're on acid pretty good, dude. And
who cares about drinking then?
Well, I wanted a beer, You do
love your brewskis.
He's a nice one, dude.
You love your brewskis.
You just so good when you hit your lips. I'm gonna go to lunch after this, and I'm totally
You're so excited now.
I'm so pumped. I'm jazzed. But
I guess had the opposite effect.
Yeah, just yeah, dude. I am the drinking buddy. No X.
I'm going to call up Peter and be like, everybody hates you.
No, I love that boy. But
if you don't drink, nobody's going to like you.
Nobody likes you, bro. What are you doing? Bro, that's not cool.
Bro, not cool.
Dude, the best thing.
Respect my sobriety, bro.
Yeah. The best thing whenever we would when I first moved here, Peter would just be like, oh, bro, this is this guy. He's so cool. Right in front of him and just be like, yeah, nice to meet you. And as soon as you left, just don't ever talk to that guy. He's a loser. He's an absolute loser, dude. But
he does that. It's funny because I'm a skeptic. So whenever anyone's like, oh, this is my friend Brennan, he's hilarious. In my head, I'm always like, you fucking piece of
talking
shit.
shit?
You're talking shit right now?
Yeah. I don't trust you.
I don't trust anybody in this business.
But we were
Also, because I do that too.
yeah. Yeah. I'm pointing at you. There's 3 fingers pointed back at me.
Yeah.
No, but it was Halloween, and we were like, I was just
Dressed up?
Yeah, I was like a babushka boy.
Okay.
From like the I think it's ASAP Rocky music video, and like my other buddy, he was a sheet ghost, but we made him we made him a frat sheet ghost.
Okay.
So like on the sheet we put like a White Claw logo right here,
That's funny.
and like 4 Loko symbol, and on the back it said Beta Omega Omega, so it's spelled
Boo.
boo. Yeah, and
That's classic, man.
yeah, so he had like a monster hat on and stuff like that, and we were like, it was down in downtown Phoenix, and we were like walking with a group of friends, and we were just kind of fucking around down like in this sketchy part of Phoenix. And I hear this guy go like, yo, Tristan. And I'm like, what? But I've been doing stand up for like a minute out there, so like people just know me, and I'm like, my memory's shit.
fucking
I'm also
famous.
pretty fucked up on acid, so I'm like, yo, what's up, man? And he's like, hey, man. We just start talking. He's like, yo, you guys should come inside. I got like Street Fighter. I live right there, and like we do
Just some random guy?
yeah, and I'm like, I think I know him, and like I'm like kind of like iffy on it, and Pin's like, is he cool? And I'm like, I think so, and
Kinda
so
costume.
yeah, and it's like a Chico's just me like, this guy fucking cool?
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I'm picturing in my head.
yeah, but we're just like, all right, and then he like turns his energy super crazy as soon as we like, I get like 2 steps into his house. He's like, dude, get in quick and close the door. Get in quick and close the door. I'm like, what's going on? And he's like, dude, there's people die out here, man. People fucking die out here. And I'm just like, what? And my buddy just drags me out. I'm like, dude, get the fuck away from me. You're fucking weird. And he is just like, no, man, come inside. Come inside. We'll have fun. And I'm like, dude, I don't know you like that. I'm on too much acid right now. You're freaking me out.
Where's your friend?
He's like dragging me out of there.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, I need to get the fuck out
So
of here.
as soon as the door closed, your buddy was like, nope, we're getting back out
yeah,
of here.
yeah. And he like dragged us out. And I'm like, thank God. Because I'm like, I don't know what the fuck that guy was going to do.
That's nuts.
And he's like started like being like really serious, being like, dude, people fucking die in this alley. You're going to get hurt. If you like, I'm like, dude, what the fuck? And like, I was...
Way to ruin a trip, bro.
Dude, and then like my sober buddy was taking us home, and we're sitting.
I do appreciate that you have a DD in a lot of these.
Yeah, I mean, we're
stories.
bugged out on acid.
Yeah.
Like I have driven home on acid. It is not fun. And what you do is you follow.
Why is my car bleeding?
No, he's like, why? What you do is you follow the car in front of you, because what are the odds? So they're also on acid. that's mine. That's how you think.
That's what you're doing there.
No, but we were like sitting. It was
I
like
know where we're going.
we were like reminiscing, and I think he said it to fuck with us, but like my buddy in the car. But we're like, oh my God, that was so fucked up. That guy's such a fucking weirdo. He's like, bro, what if that was a ghost? And all of us were like, oh my God. I was like, I just got goosebumps.
Do it to the kids on acid. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. And then I'm just like, for like a straight up month and a half, I'm like, dude, I saw a real fucking ghost.
And it
I'm
was
like,
real.
That was a real fucking ghost. Like, that was a paranormal experience. And I was at a show at Stand Up Live, and the dude was like, hey. And he's like, walks in, and I was like,
So
bro.
did you know him?
No, he was my buddy's friend.
Oh,
And
okay.
I'm like, dude. He's like, yeah, sorry about the Halloween night, man. I was just trying to fuck around. I'm like, dude, don't ever do that. I'm like, that was such a fucked up thing to do. I'm like,
Such a buzzkill.
I'm like, I thought you were a real ghost.
For a month and a half?
For a month and a half. I thought I had a real paranormal experience, but turns out you're just a cocksuck. This
dude,
is a dickhead.
what an asshole.
I know. And he's like, you want a drink? And I'm like, sure, whatever.
Yeah,
whatever. Bye.
Dude, this was fun, man.
Yeah,
Thank you
thanks-
so much for coming on.
Thanks for having me,
Of course.
man. I'm excited.
Plug everything.
Final Stop Podcast. Find it wherever you want to stream a podcast.
What is it about?
It's just me and my buddy. He used to be an ex-D1 football player.
Hey, me too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Florida Atlantic University. Go
Oh,
Owls.
no way.
Oh, yeah.
He was the Washington. He was,
Okay, a Husky?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he it's just like him
Is
and
this
I
your buddy
fuck-
from Phoenix?
Yeah, it's
That you came here. Yeah.
it's him and I fucking around, just talking about stuff.
Did you guys do it when he was still living in Phoenix? Did you do it over
Oh
Zoom?
yeah, we did it over Zoom, and that was 8 nightmare.
Yeah, I hate it.
And now they're all over here, so it's,
Hell yeah.
yeah, it's a fun time. But
Fuck yeah.
yeah, and that just follow my Instagram. Tristan is a comedian.
Boom. Beautiful. Thank you,
Yeah.
everybody, so much for listening at Brennan T Comedy on all social media. BrennanTComedy.com. Check out the merch store, the one-man show, everything else we got going on. We'll talk to y'all next week.
Bye.
Dude, that was great.